Hey, we got a new creator on YouTube that I seen. I'm like, F it, we about to click on it. It's every crazy lawsuit in hip hop explained in 13 minutes. Let me see who this by. Hip Hop Explained. Let me see. I'm gonna give him this credit. Got you. Hip Hop Explained, man, and we sub 82 subscribers.
Serial litigant Jonathan Lee Riches spent much of the 2000s and 2010s filing lawsuits, thousands of them. He sued President George W. Bush, NASCAR, the Illuminati, and even Guinness World Records for calling him the world's most litigious man. In 2016, he turned his attention to Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. In a federal
litigious is a crazy ass word. I didn't know that's what you called that. Being in the courtroom trying to sue people all the time. He lucky they ain't call him the world's whole ass nigga.
Complaint, he alleged he encountered the couple at an Al-Qaeda training camp. He said Kanye was wearing a Louis Vuitton. In 2016, he turned his attention to Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. In a federal complaint, he alleged he encountered the couple at an Al-Qaeda training camp. He said Kanye was wearing a Louis Vuitton scarf, Kim wore diamonds, and they pledged allegiance to Osama bin Laden. He claimed they burned American flags, sang Kumbaya with terrorists, drank Kool-Aid, and performed a concert for jihadists. He added that Kris Jenner...
Why did... Kool-Aid? Was it like the cult? The Jim Jones Kool-Aid type? Why Kool-Aid?
...was enriching uranium and directing choreography. The allegations read like a surreal novel. Riches demanded damages and asked the court to order the couple to place him on the guest list for the MTV Video Music Awards. Courts dismissed the case almost immediately, as they had his previous suits. Riches was serving a federal sentence for wire fraud when he filed it. His complaint against Kanye and Kim joined his list of over 5,000...
I don't understand why people do this. That, like, cause attention when you already know you in trouble. Like, why? Why are you causing more attention to yourself so they can come pick you up? That's just stupid.
Frivolous filings, lawsuits naming Bigfoot, the Mecca of Mecca, and the long-dead Nostradamus. Legal analysts point out that his filings are rarely about actual injuries. They're often satirical or attention-seeking. For Kanye and Kim, the case was a brief oddity in their timeline of controversies. For Riches, it was another chapter in a life spent turning the U.S. court system into a stage for the bizarre. $4 billion dream. It's April 2017. A woman named Misha Collins scaled the fence of Drake's Los Angeles estate. Security cameras watched her roam the kitchen. She raided the fridge, drank sodas and water, and put on a hoodie. Police arrested her without incident. Drake declined to press charges. He later said he didn't want to make an example of someone clearly in distress. The break-in became a tabloid footnote. 4 years later, it resurfaced in court. Collins filed a civil suit seeking $4 billion in damages. She claimed Drake defamed her by allegedly...
Yo, that's crazy if she won anything. Cause that's kind of wild. What?
Sharing personal information about her on Instagram and in music. She asserted that his posts caused emotional distress and even alleged he had her followed and harassed. Drake's response was straightforward. In a sworn declaration, he said he had never met her, never mentioned her in any post or song, and did not know who she was beyond the break-in. His lawyers argued the lawsuit was baseless and noted that Collins had filed similar suits against other celebrities. In August 2021, a Los Angeles judge agreed. She dismissed the case and ordered Collins to pay Drake's legal fees. Because Collins had a contingency fee agreement with her attorney, she was entitled to only about $1,600 of a previous $25,000. The $4 billion dream vanished. The ruling underscored that outrageous claims require evidence. Bully returns. When Marshall Mathers wrote Brain Damage, he turned his memories of grade school torment into a song. He rapped about being shoved into lockers, beaten in the bathrooms, and chased down hallways. He named his tormentor D'Angelo Bailey. The track appeared on the Slim Shady LP in 1999. A Rolling Stone interview that year repeated the story. Bailey, who worked at Chrysler, didn't like the exposure. In December 2001, he filed a lawsuit in...
Wait, was it the same guy? Or was he just named him that?
Macomb County. He said the lyrics in interview invaded his privacy and made him look like a criminal. He asked for $1 million. He admitted in depositions that he picked on Eminem in grade school, but claimed it was harmless. He argued the song exaggerated events and defamed him. The case dragged for 2 years. In October 2003, Judge Deborah Servito issued her ruling. She threw the case out. She wrote that the lyrics were hyperbole and artistic expression. She even delivered part of her opinion in rhyme. The lyrics are stories no one would take as fact. They are to Eminem what logs are to flame, a bit of creative fuel to help build fame. She said Bailey's own testimony that he bullied Mathers undermined his claims. The dismissal set a precedent in Michigan for protecting musicians who use exaggeration to tell personal stories.
And you think they gonna go against Eminem in Detroit? And he was the bully? You ain't finna win that.
Bailey vowed to appeal, but never did. The lawsuit became a footnote in Eminem lore, proof that art about childhood pain could hold up in court and that sometimes a judge will respond in verse. Pink piracy. It started with a photo in February 2003.
Damn.
It was New York Fashion Week. Cameron stepped into the street wrapped in pink, fur coat, matching hat, flip phone pressed to his ear. Photographer Jamelia Rosa Cochran saw the moment. Instantly, she snapped it. That image went everywhere. It ran through magazines and blogs. It became Dipset lore. 20 years later, Cam started selling it. You could buy your favorite rapper in pink on a shower curtain, a pillow, a hoodie. His company Dipset Couture printed the photo on everything. Cochran wasn't asked. She held the copyright. Getty issued takedown notices, but merchandise kept moving. In April 2023, she sued in federal court in Manhattan. She wanted statutory damages and attorney's fees, claiming the man in the photo never got permission. The court agreed with her. A judge tallied up the numbers. $40,530 in statutory damages plus $10,691 in legal fees. Total judgment, $51,221. Cameron and Dipset Couture never even responded to the complaint. They defaulted. The image that once defined Harlem style now defined a legal lesson. It didn't matter that he wore the coat. It mattered who pressed the shutter. Cochran owns the frame. Without permission, every pillow and shower curtain is a violation. The ruling showed that celebrity doesn't override copyright. Even an iconic moment can come with a bill, and a legend known for inventing swagger learned about intellectual property the hard way. Pink case. It was August 21st, 2022, the early hours of the morning at Afro Man's Ohio home. Adams County Sheriff's deputies came with a warrant. They were looking for narcotics and stolen money. They didn't find either. They did break in doors and leave damage. Afro Man's security cameras captured everything. Deputies rummaging through closets, one officer staring at a slice of lemon pound cake on the kitchen counter. The footage became content. Afro Man turned the clips into music videos and memes. He made songs called Will You Help Me Repair My Door and Lemon Pound Cake. He sold t-shirts and merch with the deputies' faces plastered on them and joked that the cake was the highlight of the raid. The officers were clearly not amused. In March 2023, 7 deputies filed a lawsuit. They said Afro Man used their photos without permission and profited off their images. They claimed invasion of privacy. They said the memes caused them humiliation, ridicule, and mental distress. They asked the court to seize profits from the songs, music videos, and merchandise and remove their faces from future releases. Afro Man shot back on Instagram. He argued that the footage was his property and he used it to raise awareness about police overreach. He joked about countersuing for damage to his doors and gate. Civil rights groups noted that citizens have broad First Amendment rights to share recordings of police. As of the last court filings, the case remained unresolved. Faux Vogue. It's the fall of 2022. Filings, the case remained unresolved. Faux Vogue. It's the fall of 2022. Drake and 21 Savage were gearing up for their joint album, Her Loss. The rollout had a mischievous streak. They booked fake late-night interviews and spoofed NPR Tiny Desk. Their biggest gag was Vogue. They posed for a glossy magazine cover that never existed, printed stacks of copies, and handed them out on New York streets. On social media, they thanked Anna Wintour and called her an honorary editor-in-chief. The pretend issue featured the Vogue logo, barcodes, even teaser blurbs. It looked real. Fans snapped photos. Condé Nast, the publisher of Vogue, wasn't laughing. On November 7th, they filed a federal lawsuit for $4 million. They said the rappers misappropriated their trademark, confused consumers, and diluted the brand. They claimed Drake and 21 ignored private warnings and continued to use the cover. The complaint asked for an injunction to stop them from using Vogue trademarks and for profits from the album's promotional campaign. By February 2023, the parties quietly settled. Terms weren't disclosed, but Condé Nast said the resolution included a permanent injunction barring future use of its trademarks and an undisclosed payment. The fake cover had served its purpose. Her loss debuted at #1, but it also showed that even playful guerrilla marketing can trigger a lawsuit. Turning a legendary fashion magazine into a prop for album promotion crossed a line, and the rappers had to pay to make it right. The $1 trillion delusion. It's January 2011 at Los Angeles Superior Court. A woman named Valerie Joyce Wilson Turks filed a handwritten petition. It was packed with punctuation errors and accusations. She named Sean P. Diddy Combs, his ex-partner Kim Porter, and Rodney King as defendants. She claimed she and Diddy once dated and that he fathered her son. She alleged he put her baby in the hospital and stole a poker chip valued at 100 zillions of dollars. Then she veered into global conspiracy. She wrote that Diddy and his associates knocked down the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001, and that he acted on orders from the Ku Klux Klan and Muslim Illuminati. She demanded restitution, $900 billion in child support.
Now that'd be some shit if she was on some shit.
And $100 billion for lost income. In total, she sought $1 trillion.
She's like, I think I got an idea, guys. I think I figured out a way how to get $1 trillion. Like, what the hell is you smoking on? People be just goofballs, boy.
She also requested a restraining order, saying Diddy assaulted her and controlled Kim Porter. The court denied it. Diddy's representatives never publicly responded. The case went nowhere. Court watchers labeled it one of the most bizarre filings in entertainment history. There's no record of any hearings or judgments on the merits. It vanished as quickly as it arrived, leaving only headlines about $1 trillion demand and an alleged theft of an impossibly large casino chip. The suit underscored how high-profile figures attract extreme and unfounded claims and how the legal system quickly discards them. Name nonsense. It's June 2013. News broke that William, of Black Eyed Peas fame, was suing Pharrell Williams. The headline said it was over two simple words, I am. William had trademarked forms of his name, which include William and I am. Pharrell's creative collective was called I Am Other. In legal filings, Williams' company, I Am Plus, opposed Pharrell's trademark applications, arguing consumers could be confused and that the phrase diluted his brand. Pharrell responded by seeking a declaratory judgment. He filed a complaint comparing their names to Dr. Seuss characters. Will I Am means I am Will, whereas I Am Other means I am something else. He said he respected Will, but felt the claim was meritless and contrary to creative culture. The narrative soon changed. Williams' lawyer clarified there was no formal lawsuit, just a routine trademark opposition. He said William had an obligation to defend his marks and hoped to reach a compromise. The dispute played out quietly in the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office rather than a courtroom. By the following year, both sides had moved on. Pharrell continued using the name I Am Other. William retained his trademarks. There was no big court showdown, no damages awarded, just a reminder that branding is serious business. Gesture, grapple. This was the mid-90s. Pro wrestler Diamond Dallas Page was on WCW television flashing a diamond-shaped hand symbol, thumbs touching, fingers splayed.
No.
He called it the Diamond Cutter.
He's gonna... I bet you he's going after Jay-Z. Jay-Z and the Rockefeller sign, I bet you.
Marked his finishing move and soon became his brand.
Bet you.
He trademarked the gesture in 1996. It appeared...
You could trademark a gesture? I did not know that. That's kind of crazy.
On posters and pay-per-view events. Fast forward to 2000.
Wait, do gangs do that? Can a gang do that? That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that.
2001. Jay-Z started using a similar gesture, palms together, forming a triangle, to promote Rockefeller Records. He threw it up on album covers, in videos, and on stage. Fans imitated it. It became the rock sign. By 2005, Page took notice. He sued Jay-Z and Rockaware for trademark infringement. He argued that millions of wrestling fans associated the diamond hand sign with him, and that Jay-Z's use created confusion. Court papers said the gesture was more than a pose. It was a registered trademark. Jay-Z countersigned that his triangle represented the pyramid of success and didn't infringe. They sparred through lawyers rather than ring or mic. Within months, they settled out of court. Terms were never publicly disclosed. Reports suggest Jay-Z paid Page and agreed to limit the gesture's use. In later years, Jay attempted to trademark his version of the hand sign, but the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office rejected the application because Page's registration remained. Mother Mayhem. It's 1999.
He tried to be slick. Jay-Z tried to be slick with it. Yeah, I'll pay you, but I'm gonna wait a couple years down the line and get that that would trademark my damn self.
At the height of Slim Shady's fame, Debbie Mathers walked into court to sue her son. Her complaint was simple on paper but heavy in emotion. She alleged that Marshall Mathers had defamed her through lyrics, interviews, and public comments. His hit, My Name Is, contained lines about her drug use and negligence. In media, he spoke about growing up with an unstable mother. Debbie said those portrayals were false and humiliated her. She sought $11 million for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
I think a mom who, I don't know. It's like, why are you suing them? If it was just entertainment, y'all would be living just peachy keen and everything would be cool, right? Right. Or maybe I'm thinking too much.
Eminem, who had been airing family grievances on record, didn't back down. He argued his stories were either true or hyperbolic and covered by free speech. 2 years later, in June 2001, a Macomb County judge ruled Debbie won a token victory, a $25,000 settlement. But because she had signed a contingency agreement with her attorney, most of the money went to legal fees. She received about $1,600. The lawsuit quietly fizzled. Mother and son's relationship remained strained. Eminem.
And see, that's why I don't be understanding, bro. People be like out here just trying to sue willy-nilly, but you gotta have money for that. Cause like, they gonna keep you in court for like probably 2-3 years, bro. And you gotta have the money to keep up with the lawyer retainer and all that. Just go in there calling off of work. Just if you even got work, you probably ain't got work if you're suing people like this. This shit is crazy, bro. People were just suing for anything.
Continued to reference his upbringing in music, sometimes apologizing, sometimes venting. Debbie attempted to tell her own story in a memoir, but the public largely sided with the rapper.
Hey man, that was a good video for real. That was a good video. I like that one. But if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what lawsuit you thought was the best one on the list. And if you still rocking with your boy, go ahead and put a 7 in there too if you still here at the end of the video. And if you like that one, you'll probably like this one over here or this one over yonder. Either or, I'm going to see you in both of them. Smooches.